We are in for a feast of quality racing action this weekend. On Saturday, it's Champions Day at Turfentine on the Highveld. On Sunday, we're racing in the capital of KZN at Hollywoodbets Greyville. And we kickstart the weekend with night racing from Hollywoodbets Greyville on Friday. Hello again from me, Rouvaun Smit. Thanks for joining me as we preview our night race meeting at Hollywoodbets Greyville on Friday, where we have 9 races on the card and a few feature races at that as well. So that really tells us that champion season is upon us. But more about that shortly. 9 races, first off 3:30, which means that if you are going to be taking your free Hollywoodbet Punter Challenge entry, you need to have your selections on 5 minutes before the advertised starting time of the first. You need to take the bet slip, because that puts you in line for that life-changing jackpot prize if you were to be the one person to correctly pick all the winners on this program. Let's see how many we can find. I thought the feature races, a few nice ones to look forward to. The first is a maiden plate over 1,200 meters, where we have 13 runners to contest the opener. We have a few first-timers, a few that's had more than one run under the belt, but most of them have had quite a few runs under the belt thus far. And after having had a long, hard look at them all, I decided I'm going with number 9, Doing Time in the first race. Now this horse finished second over 1,400 meters. That was on the poly last time out. He set the pace and literally got caught in the shadow of the post. Now the horse that finished third that day was a horse called Deputy Chief, who has subsequently come out and won since to give that form line a boost. He's a speedy sort. He will jump, he'll go and sit up handy, and he may be hard to pick back in the run to the wire, hence me siding with 9 Doing Time to win it, ahead of 10 Danube, 8 Miss Galore, and 2 Firelighter. 9, 10, 8, 2. Those are the numbers in race number 1. Second of the afternoon is the first leg of the bipot. You need to be on at 4:05. Race 2 is a Class 4 benchmark 66. 12 runners carded to run over 1,200 meters. And here, having had a look at them all, I decided I'm going with the Hollywood-owned number 7 Purple Powerhouse. Now this horse had 2 good last runs. He stayed on when third over the course and distance last time out. He's now having his peak run, which means he'll be cherry ripe to run an absolute cracker. I also do feel that he mustn't be left with too much to do, and if he's not too far out of his ground turning for home, I do think he'll be picking them off one by one in the run to the wire and should take home the lion's share of the prize money. So I'm going 7 Purple Powerhouse to win it, ahead of 10 Glamours, 12 Drive By, and 6 Now I Got You. On to race number 3. It's the first leg of the place accumulator. You need to be on at 21 minutes to 5. That's the scheduled off time of race number 3, 16:39, middle stakes fillies and mares over 1,200, and a field of 9 runners to contest race 3 on the program. Now what caught my eye here was the engagement of Simango Khumalo by trainer Gareth van Sale. And on closer inspection I realized that Full Convocation fought on well to win its last start over this distance. The horse that finished 6th that day was a horse called Mojo Man, who has subsequently come out and won since. A Convocation is the type of horse that will jump, go and sit up with a pace, and say, come and catch me if you can in the run to the wire, hence me siding with Full Convocation to win it, ahead of 6 Captain's Christie, 5 Quitia's Destiny, and 8 Go Like Flow. On to race number 4 we go, which is the first leg of the Pick 6, scheduled to run at 5:15 on Friday afternoon. Class 3 fillies and mares benchmark 96. 12 runners are carded to contest the 1,600 meter event. And when I saw Craig Zaki Dean Kannemeyer with a horse that brings very strong Cape Town form to KZN, I thought I ain't going to be looking no further. Because 3 Give Me Everything certainly looks like a ready-made banker, and in fact I'm going to be bankering this one in the opening leg of the Pick 6. Winner of her last 3 starts, the last of which was in the listed Cape Fillies Classic. Now I do think that if she is suited to the right-hand turn, she will take a power of beating. I'm going 3 Give Me Everything to notch up her 4th career victory in a row ahead of 1 Sovereign Grant, 6 Ice Rain, 5 African Beat. 3165, the numbers race 4. Moving on to race number 5, which is the KwaZulu-Natal Stakes. First leg of the jackpot. You need to be on at 10 to 6. Race 5, 8 runners, carded to run over 1,200 metres. And here are a few hard-knocking individuals that'll be up against each other. But I decided to rather look at the horse that's got the best form. And as far as I'm concerned, that is number 1, Sophia. This horse has got consistent recent form. Is ideally course and distance suited. Stayed on when second in the non-black type Marula Sprint. That was an excellent run behind a horse called William Robertson, who has subsequently come out and won since then. And guess what? William Robertson happens to be my first choice selection in the computer form sprint on Saturday at Turfentine. I do think from pole position she will have the run of the race and should be involved in the finish. So I'm going 1 Sophia to win it, ahead of 3 Mr. Master Starter, 4 Good Traveller, 8 African Skyline. On to race 6, one of the feature races on the card, the Kulu Stakes, a Grade 3 over 1,400 metres. We have a field of 8 runners who will contest race 6 on the card, and once again I'm going to be siding with Craig Zaki and Dean Kannemeyer. In fact, I'm even thinking of taking the Kannemeyer-Zaki double, races 4 and 6, because 1 Gimme's Contest in a race of this nature is the highest rated, and that is the type of horse that I would normally side with and go for, and hence me going with number 1 Gimme's Contest. Now, I think she should have finished much closer last time out in Grade 3 company. That was in the Prix de Cup that was run at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth, as she had to switch out for running in the latter stages of that race. The horse that finished just ahead of her in 4th that day was a horse called Mia Moo, who has subsequently come out and won since. She's the highest rated, as I said, and to me, she can bounce back to winning ways in a race of this nature, so I'm going 1 Gimme's Contest to win it, ahead of 2 Green Sapphire, 4 Regeneration, and 7 Warrior Royal. Race 7 is the Bailey Turk Grade 3 for 3 rolls over 1,400 metres. 8 runners to contest race 7 on the card. And once again, I'm siding with a horse that brings good Cape Town form to KZN. Number 8, Otaniqua, from the stable of Andre Null, returns from a 12-week break. Yes, is better than that last start over this distance at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth. It's the run before that that to me stands out, when he ran an absolute cracker to finish 4th in the Grade 1 Hollywoodbets Cape Guineas. He has the early gate speed to overcome the draw, and I do think from up handy, if fit and well, could be a hard nut to crack. So I'm going 8 Otaniqua to win it, ahead of 7 Cat's Pajamas, 5 Auxilius Gold, and 1 Bourbon Warrior. On to the penultimate race, race 8 on the card, which is a Class 4 fillies and mares. Benchmark 80 over 1,200 metres. 13 runners are carded to contest race 8 on the programme, and I actually worked through all of them till I got to number 13, and that's where I made my selection. 13 Colorado Creek. This horse has got good consistent form lines to her credit. The form of her last outing has been franked by the 4th place runner, a horse called One Smart Cookie, who has subsequently won. With a bit of luck in running from the widest draw, I do think she will have a say in the outcome of this race. So I'm going 13 Colorado Creek, ahead of 3 2Gs, 2 West Side Story, and 9 Siberian Winter. 13, 3, 2, 9, the numbers race 8. And that takes us on to the lucky last. It jumps at 12 minutes past 8 on Friday evening. Race 9 is a Class 4 for fillies, benchmark 80. 14 runners contesting this 1,200 metre event. My eye immediately fell on a horse I went for last time out. This horse ran a cracker and in fact owes me. So I'm going with number 2, Happy Analia, in the last race on the programme. She showed good speed last time out before getting caught close home over this distance at Hollywoodbets Scottsville last time out. She meets a similar type of field here on Friday evening, and from a good draw of 2, I think she can go close. This also happens to be trainer Tinny Prinsloo's only runner on the night. And we know 9 out of 10 times, one winner for trainers who only bring one runner to the track. I also think that Kabela Matsanyane will give her every chance to find the best possible outcome and finishing position in this race. So 2 Happy and Alia to win it, ahead of 1 Miss Lady Atrix, 6 Miss Paget, and 13 Mama's Baby. 2, 1, 6, 13, the numbers in the last. And that's it for our preview of racing on Friday night at Hollywoodbets Greyville. We're in for a treat when it comes to racing this weekend. Trust you'll find the winners. Till next time, from me, Rouvaun. Cheers for now.